All right, everybody, we are back. Being by Mike D, I got Rob out. And Mike, we're about ready to start the second half. Had a busy first half with the Bulldogs. And getting up there, it's 42-0 here in Greenville. And
Keith, what do you think Coach Reardon had to say after that first half? That was a pretty nice first half.
It was,
bar the penalties.
Yeah,
we looked pretty nice.
And I think that's what he talked about in my opinion. I think one of the things he talked about is playing with your head, being smart, not getting cocky. Because I think that's what you can do. You can get out there and get cocky. I mean, here's the thing: we scored 42. We scored 42 in the first. It can be done now. Yeah. Whether it will be is a different story. But you don't want to get overly confident. Also, you don't want to get cocky and get into a position where you start a fight or you get into a position where you get more penalties. And he probably talked to him about the penalties. He probably told him to stay out of your own way.
Right.
And that's what I would have done. So,
I did go by Greenville's locker room, and I heard their coach. He said, "Don't worry, boys, it's almost over." We're halfway there.
Well, we'll see how that goes here. And since the Bulldogs started things off on offense in the first half, they're going to be kicking off to Greenville.
Well, Campos has got his workout today, didn't he?
Sure did. Campos coming out, and he's going to start things off, kicking off. And who's back deep for the Lions there, Mike?
God, I wish I could see. Golly.
Yeah, we are it is a little precarious position here to be able to see back there. Here's the kick by Campos, and it's a good kick down to the 10-yard line. It's going to bounce, and you don't usually see it bounce.
Somebody get him.
And that's going to be Adrian Payton, and gets to the outside. He breaks it free, gets to the 40-yard line.
Oh, what a blindside shot right there. Oh, that had to hurt.
And that was a great run back by Adrian Payton, number 10, as he brings it all the way to the 41-yard line.
We got a player down, Keith, over here on the corner.
And do we have an injury timeout? I'm not quite sure. And we do. We have a Bulldog down on the sideline of the Lions. And I don't believe that it's registered with the Bulldogs yet that there's a player down. And we're waiting to see.
Is that Campos?
I'm not quite sure. I can't tell. There's somebody there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break. Our injury timeout is brought to you by Murphy Century 21. And we'll be right back as they tend to the injured player. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
And so we are back here. And tell you what, they are getting the player off the field. I believe it is Campos. So we're going to take another little short break as they're doing that. We'll be right back at Greenville. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So we're back here, and the injury timeout is over. Campos is getting off on his with a little help, but he is up and moving, but he is limping. So we're hoping that It's just a
Hope he's
small
okay.
thing. Yeah, and Coach Allfield over there going to help him out. A great trainer that the Bulldogs.
Oh my!
And it's a fake. Johnson takes it. And Anthony Johnson on the quarterback sneak. It kind of faked me out. I thought that Washington had it, and so did a couple of Bulldogs as they smacked Washington down.
But here, hey, that number 12, Trevor Brooks, coming in laying the lumber.
Yeah, Johnson gets a good 2 or 3 yard gain. And there's
look at who it is.
Who is that, Mike?
Number 12. Oh, my gosh, Trevor Brooks.
Trevor Brooks off the corner again.
God.
Once again says hello to Mr. Washington there.
It does not matter how big that front line is when you have that much speed that can just maneuver around that.
Johnson in the backfield. Washington next to him. 2-step drop. Has a wide open receiver in the middle, and he gets hit to the outside. I thought he was going to go to his receiver in the middle, but he doesn't. He goes to, I believe it's is it Fifield? Yeah, number 88, Jet Fifield.
That was
to the outside, gets a first down.
That was number 42 for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs, Matthew Walker, with the hurry-up throw.
So Johnson in the backfield has Washington to his left, waiting on the snap.
Bulldogs are way off.
Yeah, Bulldogs wanted that one. And going to be a change of play here as he goes to there. Slot receiver moves over. And there's movement on the defensive line. There's the snap. And Washington is hit about 4 yards in the backfield as he gets down. And they call him down. I believe it's going to be.
Wow. Referee didn't make a motion.
No, it's going to be a timeout. Forward progress was stopped. And I think it's going to be timeout by the Lions as we.
Boy, you don't know whether to jump, clap, boo, holler, cry.
So with that timeout, we'll take a timeout ourselves here, 42-0, with just over 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Today's broadcast brought to you by our main sponsor, Azalea Orthopedics. We'll be right back. Don't go away. And we are back. Johnson's in the backfield. He gets out of the pocket that time and throws it. He had about 2 or 3 Bulldogs snipping at his heels there.
And he had nowhere to throw but out of bounds.
But he did a good job to get out of the pocket there and throw it. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long, about 14 for the Lions to the timeout. And subsequent play after didn't really gain anything for the Lions. So we'll see what happens. 3rd and 13. Johnson, big step, throws to the outside, wide open receiver, but threw in and out of the hands.
Butterfingers.
I
don't know how you could have got a better pass.
I don't either. That was intended receiver Dadrian Payton, number 10, in the punt team.
Punt team.
For the Lions heading out. And it looks like, I believe, DeMarcion Blaylock is back deep for the Bulldogs.
Oh, they didn't miss the Blaylock.
I believe that's what it was. I think that's what I got. So here's the snap. Kind of a wobbly deep snap there. Big kick. That's a kick.
Wow.
Almost hit the bandstand there on the home side.
Hit the trombone player over here.
So the Bulldogs will take it. I believe they're going to spot it around the 35-yard line of Chapel Hill. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 in their own territory. We're going to see who the Bulldogs bring out for offense here.
Keith, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of surprised. Well, I don't know. Let's wait and see.
Well, Connor Griffin's going to be behind center, so he's going to be the quarterback this half.
Nice job.
Connor Griffin hands off. That's going to go to number 10, Quentin Greenlee. Greenlee to the outside and tries to cut up the middle, but he gets hit by a couple of Lions.
Hey, I am so glad to see that. Coach Reardon's letting the other guys come in, the backup quarterback, backup running back, get some playing time. 42-point lead, cushion. Nice job, Coach Reardon.
Greenlee with a gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd down. Here's a pass by Griffin to the outside.
Man.
And it's caught. First down for the Bulldogs. Gain of about 10. And that receiver, I believe, is number 8. And it's going to be Cameron Kelly, if I'm correct.
Keith, that Connor Griffin, the backup quarterback, I honestly believe that Connor could be starting quarterback for just about any team in our district.
He is a pretty good athlete. He's a good baseball player as well. And here is the snap and the handoff up the middle. And I believe that's number 2.
Yes, sir. He's gone.
Jabo Cook. Jaborian Cook to the outside to the 15, 10, 5. He dives
get
out
on the ball.
and spotted. He hit the pylon, but they're going to call him down at the half-inch line.
Oh.
But he dove out, and I don't know.
That looked to me like that's a touchback.
That actually looked to me like it was a touchdown, but they're going to call him on the half-inch line, so first down and 10. But a good run by Cook.
Dangerous.
So first down and goal from, well, the 1 is where they're going to spot it.
Right.
Griffin, man in motion, shovel pass.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be a walk in the park and a touchdown for the Bulldogs. And that's number 9? No, that's not. Is that Kelly again? Cameron Kelly,
yes.
I believe. Yeah. Cameron Kelly on that touchdown for the Bulldogs. And once again, the Bulldogs get into the paint. And so we have another kicker, I believe. Or they're going to go for it. They're
probably going to go for 2.
Campos
Campos is probably done for the night.
Yeah, Campos got hurt. I think they're going to keep him on the sideline. So
we got a nice cushion.
Yeah, Griffin going to be
work on this 2-point conversion.
Trips right, twins left. Cameron in the backfield, or Griffin in the backfield by himself. Shovel pass. That's going to be to Cook again to the outside. Cuts up and dives. Touchdown. Not a touchdown. Sorry. 2-point conversion. Flag on the play.
You want to take
holding, and that's going to go against the Bulldogs. So that'll back them up, and they'll replay the 2-point conversion. So that was a good play.
Yeah, good play.
Cook does a good job getting on that outside corner. Good job by the offensive line to cut off that corner. They've been doing great all night long to just seal off that corner for all the running backs to get over there. Griffin. And it looks like we had some movement on the left-hand side, but no flag. There's a throw by Griffin to the...
Great throw, Griffin.
And that's going to be...
That's good. 2-point conversion.
And 2-point conversion is in. Who was that caught the ball? Can't tell.
God.
Was that Cameron Kelly again? I believe it was, number 8.
What a throw.
2-point conversion is in, and that will put our score at 50.
Connor Griffin.
So, once again, Precision Scanning Solutions is our touchdown sponsor for the game. We'll be right back here from Greenville. 50-0 with 7 minutes, 42 seconds left just in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching NetSN live from Greenville.
Keith, do you have my commercial?
And we want to thank our touchdown sponsor, Precision Scanning Services, our touchdown sponsor for this year. And thank all of our sponsors. So it looks like
Trevor Brooks
is going to be the kicker.
Golly, there's no end to this man's talent.
Brooks with the kick. It's going to go a good kick. It'll be a fair catch by number 11. And
great kick, Trevor.
It was a good kick. Noah Davenport with the fair catch. And the Lions going to take over. Lions will get it at the 25-yard line. First down and 10.
So just add one more talent to Trevor Brooks.
Exactly. Hey, don't want to let you forget. We do have the NetSN app. It is on Apple and Google Play, so you can go there and don't miss. We have a pick'em every week, and all of the NetSN highlights and games on there. We have 3 games going tonight here at Greenville, Brook Hill, and then out at center. There's the snap to Johnson up the middle by Washington. Gets stopped by the wall of Bulldogs. A gain of maybe 1.
I'm going to say negative.
I think they're going to get – I thought it was about a half a yard, but they're going to give him a 1. Washington with a 1-yard gain for the Lions. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Looks like we got some backup players there for the defense in now.
And that would not surprise me.
Good, Coach Reardon. I really enjoy seeing that.
We got the wind coming in pretty strong. And Anthony Johnson, the quarterback, coming up to the line. And some shifts being made on the defensive front. Johnson.
Come on, Bulldogs.
In the backfield.
We need to stop,
hands it off to. No, he fakes the handoff, takes it up, and he gets a wide open field. And crosses midfield. It goes to the 35. 30, chased out of bounds by the Bulldogs.
Number 17, Jalen Smith, tracked him down.
Jalen Smith does a good job of taking him down. He gets it down to about the 28-yard line of the Bulldog territory, and it looks like the Lions are trying to knock on the door and get that goose egg off the scoreboard there, Mike.
Oh, my, bless the heart. That ought to give them something to talk about for next week.
And they need a little confidence boost.
Yes.
Johnson's not wasting any time. Has receiver on each side. There's the handoff to Washington up the middle. And once again, runs into a wall and gains only a yard, maybe 2. I think they're going to give him 2. But a good run by Johnson on that last play, Mike, and gets a good 15, 20 yards there for the Lions. No huddle offense. Twins right and left, so he's got a good 4 wide receivers out on both sides. Washington to his left. And no-go goes up and makes the look to see if there's another play. Talks to his lineman a little bit, backs up and ready to go. Johnson gets the snap. 2-step drop, throws to the right, little short.
Yes, sir.
Had a couple of Bulldogs in his eyes.
Good coverage. Good coverage, good pursuit.
So
good job, Bulldogs.
3rd down and 8 for the Lions.
Smart move. You'll notice that the clock is running. That was an incomplete pass. It looks like they're going to a running clock.
Do a running clock. Twins right. Handoff to Washington. No, Johnson keeps it. Same play as before.
He didn't.
10, 5.
No, he didn't.
Touchdown, Lions.
No, he didn't say that.
And a good job. That was the same exact play as they did about 3 plays ago. And for the first time in the ballgame, the Lions are on the board. So good job by Anthony Johnson.
My.
And the point after attempt coming up, that was a beautiful play, beautiful run by Anthony Johnson. Going to give him credit where credit is due. They're running the clock, though.
Yeah, that's a smart move, running the clock.
And the extra point up, and extra point is good.
Good for Greenville.
So with just over 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and the clock is running, your score here in Greenville, Chapel Hill 50, Greenville Lions 7. Precision Scanning Services, our touchdown sponsor. We'll be right back. You're watching NetSN. And we are back. The clock is still running. 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and counting. And the Lions coming out for the kickoff. One of the coaches for Greenville has been talking to one of the referees for an extended period of time down there on the sidelines since that extra point. Not really sure. He had 2 of them and bending their ears for a little bit. Not sure what the conversation's about, but he's still talking to him around the 50-yard line, if you can see at the bottom of your screen. So not really sure what the conversation is about.
Probably wants to know if they got an express lane for that clock down there.
Reagan Goggins with the kick. It's a good kick. And going to go down to about the 22-yard line. And that's where Javen Mayfield will do the fair catch. And the Bulldogs will take over around the 25-yard line is, I believe, where they're going to spot it. Let's wait and see what the men in the striped shirts tell us. Yep, that's where they're going to spot it. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And taking their sweet little time there.
Well, Keith, it's been all Bulldogs. Glad to see Greenville get on the board.
Well, and I'm sure that their fans in the
Yes.
stands enjoy that as
Yes.
well. Just a real quick score update over in Buffalo. Troop up 34-0. Intern Claire is there as drum major for Troop, my daughter.
Nice,
And
Claire.
the NetSN intern. There's a handoff up the middle. And I believe that's number 10, Quentin Greenley.
Oh, Quentin Greenley.
Gain of about 7, so it's going to be second down and 3. White House up 21-6 over Corsicana right now. Last reported score was in the second quarter there. Harmony trailing 35-18, shows at halftime. Griffin takes the snap. Hands off to Greenley. Greenley up the middle. Breaks a few tackles
Here he
and
goes.
gets past the second, third layer to the
It's a
50,
foot
40.
race.
He's at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, and out at about the 8-yard line. And referee is going to spot him at the 10-yard line, even though it looked like he went out about the 8. But
Great run.
I'm not the man in the striped, and I'm not running, so I'm not the one that makes the call. But a good run, and first down and goal from the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs, and Quentin Greenley with a good run. And I think he was only touched 2 or 3 times. Connor Griffin behind center, takes a look around. Greenley to his right. And shovel pass over to number 17, Jalen Smith. Smith over around the corner, breaks a tackle, gets to the 5, maybe 4-yard line. They'll spot him at the 4 before he goes out of bounds.
We got some laundry.
And Laundry's going to be holding on the Bulldogs again, so that'll bring him back. And instead of being second down and 4, or second and goal from the 4, it's going to be first and goal from the 15 for the Bulldogs. So once again, they shoot themselves in the foot, but they have, Mike.
With a 12 gauge.
Right. They have had the ability, though, however, to come back on a positive note in the past in this ball game. So we'll
Good
see what they can
point
do.
here, Keith. Great point. But I must iterate. Down deep in the stretch, down deep in the playoffs, when you get close to the end of that championship, we cannot have these mistakes.
You really can't. Looks like Griffin using the play clock a little bit, down to about 9 seconds there. Griffin shows wide
Nice
open
throw.
receiver down to the 10, 5, spin into the
he's
end zone,
in.
touchdown,
Yes, sir.
Bulldogs. I think that's number 15, if I'm correct, DeMarcion Blaylock.
Mr. Blaylock.
Yep, Blaylock in the end zone. Good job. He caught it around the 10-yard line, wide open. Nobody was around him. And I believe he was kind of surprised when he turned around because he kind of stunned, and then he just took off and spun, got
Keith.
through one tackle, and took 2 Lions into the end zone with him.
Keith, that is the 7th threat that Chapel Hill has showed tonight. Between quarterback, receiver, running back, 7 different options.
And that's the difference that the Bulldogs have this year that they had last year, the multiple threats that they have on offense. And I believe we have a penalty maybe. Yep, looks like we have a penalty. They backed him up, maybe a false start. So we're going to try it again here. And the 2-point conversion, Griffin goes back and hit when he throws over the head of number 14, Reardon, Jonah Reardon. So that one does not go for the 2-point, but they still get 6 on the board. And I don't think that that's going to hurt them too bad there, Mike. 56-7 with 45 seconds left in the third. And once again, we'll go to Precision Scanning Services for our touchdown sponsor. You're watching NetSN live from Greenville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Look, they're packing up over there.
Me and Mike D. Keith Whitman, Mike D back here. And Greenville, Mike, it has been a heck of a ball game here for the Bulldogs. They have shown what they're capable of with all the different threats. They got their second team offense in there now. Had second-team defensive players in there. Got a running clock here with 40 seconds left and running.
Yes.
And they're coming out, I believe, Trevor Brooks, the Renaissance man, so to speak, coming out in
man of many hats.
Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none. Going to kick off for the injured Campos, and hoping that Campos is getting taken care of. Here's the kick by Brooks.
Ooh, great kick.
Over the head into the end zone. So Trevor Brooks has a pretty strong leg there.
Yeah, nice, Trevor.
So a good job, and I believe that will actually, they're going to run the clock down, and that's going to end the fourth. And so what we're going to do here, we're going to take a short break and we're going to switch sides, head to the fourth quarter here in Greenville. Your score 56-7. Bulldogs lead. We'll be right back. There. We are back in Greenville. There's the first play for the Lions. Going to be up the middle there by Washington. Correction, that was number 21, Adrian Hawkins, on the run. Washington now coming in. Johnson in the backfield still. Got an update from our friends over in Brook Hill, but a run by Johnson up the middle and carries about 3 Bulldogs there, Mike. Almost to the line to gain. Are they going to give it to him? Yes, they are. They're going to give him a first down for the Lions. But before that, we got an update from Brook Hill, Mike. 11-7. Brook Hill leads in the third quarter over Tyler Grace Community.
Hey, making the tackle on that play was number 88, Jackson Cummins.
All right, Jackson with a good tackle there. First down and 10 for the Lions from their own 35-yard line. Johnson looks over to the sidelines. Gets the play he wants. Washington to his left. Johnson takes the snap. 2-step drop. Looks to the left. Player in the middle of the field, though, gets it back behind him. There was nobody in front of him. And you don't see this every often, but Xander Gonzalez, a offensive guard, I believe. Or a defensive end, excuse me, deep in there, about 10 yards back from the line.
Nice.
In coverage, but he was there.
Trying to get him an interception.
I guess so. Second down, handoff to Washington to the right side. Gets about a 6, maybe 7 on there.
Tackles made by number 74, Damian Valdez.
And a good run by Washington. Washington's had some good runs in this ball game so far. And Johnson in the backfield. And Johnson with the run. He runs up the middle. He's down to the 30, 25, 20, 15, and gets smacked and gets down at about the 12-yard line.
Stopped by number 17, Jalen Smith.
And Jalen Smith comes up behind him, tries to strip the ball from him.
Good play. Good thought.
And so a first down, and that's going to be 1st and 10 from the 12. They're not even waiting on the change there, Mike.
No.
They're just going to let it run. Washington up the middle and gets a good 3 or 4 yard gain there for the Lions. Johnson averages, coming into this game, has averaged about 7 yards per carry. There's a run up the middle by Johnson.
Nice.
Excuse me, by Washington. Correction.
Stop made by number 42, Matthew Walker. Lost his helmet there. He's going to have to come off the field for one play.
Washington averages about 20, has averaged, about 6 yards a game. He has almost 200 yards this season in the first 2 ball games. And doing pretty well in this one. Johnson hands off to Washington. Washington up the middle gets a hit by about 4 Bulldogs there.
Nice stand.
In the middle of the field, so he didn't really go as far as he thought he was going to go on that carry.
You know, you got your A team, B team. That looks about to be about the Z team out there, but they're holding their own, though, Keith.
And they really are.
Coming on 4th down. They're going for it. Hold them, dogs.
And a flag on the play. It's going to be false start on the offense.
Yes, sir. Back them up.
Back them up. So a 4th and inches goes into a 4th and 5 with just under 8 minutes left in the ball game.
If you're Greenville, you can't be happy about that.
No, because you were you were barely a whisper away from a 1st and goal.
Knocking on the door.
And getting into double digits in this ball game. But now you're double digits away almost.
Mm-hmm. Let's hold it, dogs.
About 8. There's a pass into the end zone. It's tipped up.
Oh, yeah.
And that one is hit.
That was again, number 88, Jackson Cummins. Jackson, go on, big fella. Get you some PT.
So a good job by the Bulldogs to tip that ball up. And it's a turnover on downs, so they'll take over deep in their own territory.
And
1st and 10 from the 7-yard line.
The clock is still running.
Yep, 7 minutes and 23 and counting left in the ball game.
Keith, these Greenville folks were really worried that we were going to hang 80 points on them before the game started. Spoke to a couple of them. But the one thing that I enjoyed, that coach is putting in these other players that don't get an opportunity to play very much.
And Connor Griffin back there hands it off to Greenlee. Greenlee to the outside, breaks the tackle, and breaks almost another one, but on the ground. And it spits out, and looks like the Lions have it, waiting on the call, and it sure is. Lions pick up that ball. So Greenlee breaks the tackle, tries to break another one, and that ball just comes flying out of there. And looks like we may have an injured player on the field, and we do. And that's going to be a Greenville player, a Lion, is down.
That's number 20, Jaden Gibson.
So we're going to take a short break as we have that. Our injury timeout is brought to you by Murphy Century 21. We'll be right back from Greenville.
Ought to let the clock run.
And Gibson coming off the field. And glad to see him getting off there of the field. And so the Lions are going to come out on defense, Connor Griffin. And the Bulldogs on offense by himself in the backfield. Correction, I apologize. We're on defense now. So Johnson there. That was my fault. Washington up the middle.
Tripped up.
I forgot there, Mike, that we had a fumble. So my apologies. I was more concerned on the injury timeout and didn't making sure that the player.
That tackle was made again by number 74, Demon Valdez.
Good job, Valdez there. So Johnson taking the ball back. It's going to be 2nd down and about 6. Handoff to Washington up the middle, and a good job. He runs into a Bulldog wall there. Gains about 2 or 3 there, and 1, 2, 3. Get about 3rd down and 4. with 6 minutes left in the ball game. And the Lions are not trying to go away here in the fourth. Johnson with the keeper and carries 3 Bulldogs with him to a first down and a little bit more.
Again, 88, Jackson Cummins on the tackle. Let's go, Jackson. Breakout game.
Good job by the Bulldogs, but a first down nonetheless by the Lions. Going to be first down and 10 from around the 13-yard line. Handoff to Washington. He goes up, a little timid, and I see why.
Wow, what a block. What
I
a
don't
play.
know who that young man is.
It looks like number 66.
But he introduced himself. Who's number 66? That's Trey Abudajez. And Trey said, hello, how you doing?
Yes.
How's your mom and them?
Yes.
And sat him down for dinner.
Nice play.
Second down, handoff. No, it's a keeper to the outside. Johnson, and gets there, end zone, touchdown. Lions, no penalty I can see yet. And
that only happens when we got the ball.
So
nice
here
play.
late in the ball game, the Lions getting on the board. And I'm sure they're happy to see that.
Yes, they
on this side of the field. So number 55 is coming out to kick. That's going to be, excuse me, that's, I don't have a 55. Do you have a 55? Yeah. Oh, I don't know who that is. But anyway, he came out and he kicked it and did a good job and got the extra point. Sorry about that, guys. Wasn't in our paperwork that was given. So 56 to 14 is the score here at Greenville. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching NetSN. And we are back. Bulldogs getting ready to kick off. Correction, the Lions getting ready to kick off. With 3 minutes, 12 seconds left in the ball game. 56-14, your score.
Did you see that?
I did not. What did I miss?
Big strike, lightning strike over to the left. I mean, huge. Look, they're calling time.
And we might have a delay here towards the end of the ballgame. And I don't know if they're going to delay or call it.
I think they're calling it.
I think they may call the ballgame.
Yes, they are.
But let's see what they say first. And we're going to wait and see.
Yeah, there's no sense in prolonging this.
Yep, they're going to call the ballgame. Lightning struck off in the distance, and I believe it was close.
Oh, yeah, there it is again.
Close enough to kind of make a little bit of a scare moment here. And so the referees, with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left, make the decision to call the ball game.
Good call, refs.
Therefore, and in as much as we make the decision as well to go ahead and finish this broadcast. So your final here in Greenville is your Bulldogs 56. Greenville Lions are 14. Before we get off the air, Mike, we're going to do a couple of scores around the area. In the fourth quarter, Troop is leading Buffalo 41-0. We got White House over Corsicana right now, 45-8. Nice. That's in the fourth quarter. And let's see what else here. St. Augustine and Alto, 28-21. Alto is trailing with 4 minutes left in the ball game. And Van and Lindale, that is just we don't have an update. That's the halftime score, 28-23. So don't have an update on that one.
Good game there.
That does sound like a good game there. Jacksonville is losing to Crandall 49-10. And then Rusk in the third quarter is our last one, 28-31. There, Athens is leading Rusk. What else we got here? Canton trailing Caddo Mills 21-23 in the third. And then Emory Range, which is actually right down the road from Greenville here.
Right.
But the last update we had on that one in the first quarter was 7-0 Grand Saline.
Keith, what about Brownsboro? Do we have an update on Brownsboro?
Actually, that was my next one. Brownsboro, with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, leads Maybank 27-7.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
So they are up 27-7 with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the ball game. And that
Coach Griffin.
That update was about 3 or 4 minutes ago by one of the people that was there. Brookhill is leading Grace 19-13 in the third quarter. That's
good
about
game there
to end the third quarter. Tenaha, with 8 minutes left in the ball game, is leading Joaquin 50-36. That's a big one. Jaquin, yeah, 36-0. That is actually a delayed ball game over in Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon over Paul Pewitt. Probably the storm that we're seeing
yes,
here.
Sir.
There must be a storm coming in. Liberty Ilu 12-7 over Mount Pleasant. That's a halftime score. Here's a big one at halftime. 28-7 halftime score with Tyler Legacy trailing Longview right now. Sulphur Springs 28, Hallsville 21. And then our last one for tonight that we're going to look at is our center score. That's our NetSN brother-sister station out there. They're in actually Louisiana tonight, Mike. They're playing North DeSoto. They are winning 45-36. That's a third quarter score there. So we hope our guys over there, our other crew over there in Louisiana tonight, our center crew is doing well. Well, Mike, great game.
Yes.
I mean, it was called early, but not really early. Only about 3 minutes left in the ball game. So not really a bad way to end the third week of football. Hey, guys, if you want a little bit more football, we got a Brook Hill game. Brett and Vince over there at Brook Hill. Go to our YouTube channel or go to the app. You can tune in there live. It's free over there on our YouTube channel and listen to Brett and Vince with the Brook Hill game. Or if you want to watch that Center and North DeSoto game, you can go again to our app or to our NetSN live YouTube channel and get that there as well. But from Greenville, for Mike D,
yes,
to my right and Rob on the camera, this is Keith Whitman signing off from Greenville. Hope you're all safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time on NetSN. Have a great weekend.